Welcome back to the YouTube channel, An American Professor. In this video, we're going to be discussing email validation for OSINT investigation. Last time we discussed the role of usernames in OSINT investigations, but today we'll dive into applications for email validation. So as an OSINT investigator, my world revolves around gathering, analyzing, and making sense of data from publicly available sources. In this digital age, one of the most common yet crucial pieces of information we come into contact with quite literally is an email address. In this post, I'll go over a very simple tool called Mailbox Validator to help validate that an email address is a real one. Tools like this can be helpful as you start to curate multiple pieces of evidence about a suspect, but you need to keep in mind that evidence needs to always be validated. So a little bit about the role of email in OSINT investigations. Email addresses are more than just digital contact points. They're unique identifiers that can unravel a person's digital footprint, whether it's tracking down a cyber criminal, verifying the identity behind an online profile, uncovering fraudulent activities, or realizing a serious business inquiry. You may receive an email and not know if it's legitimate. We'll go into an example of that at the end of this video. A valid email address often serves as the starting block of an investigation. All you may have to go off of in the beginning is an email with the associated email address. So why validate an email? You might wonder why the fuss about validating an email. Here's the crux. Not all email addresses you receive could be accurately provided to you. Additionally, you could write down an email address incorrectly yourself if you hear about an email during a conversation. For example, you could miss a letter near the end of the email address, or a number in the email could be off. An email you might come across during an investigation could be outdated, incorrectly entered, or even deliberately deceptive. Email validation is the process of verifying if an email address is active, reachable, and authentic. So without further ado, let me show you the tool we'll be going over. Pull it up. So this is what Mailbox Validator looks like. It's very simple design. You just copy and paste the email in question in here, and then you get a number of results after that. So Mailbox Validator is a tool that streamlines the process of email validation. It checks email syntax, domain existence, and even the response from mail servers. This kind of comprehensive check is crucial in confirming the legitimacy of an email. So now let's go into the case studies. First, it can be helpful in identifying phishing attempts. Mailbox Validator can help in identifying a phishing attempt. Here's what an output of Mailbox Validator looks like for a legitimate verified email. You can see the syntax is check green, the MX record, it's verified email, server status, it's able to be reached, and the domain exists. And you'll notice some of them are X'd out in red. More on that in a second. For suspicious emails, you will not see the domain exists button checked. Most likely when you run it through the validator, this could mean the suspicious email is coming from a non-existent domain. This could be a red flag, most likely is a red flag attempting a phishing attempt. Another case study example would be for uncovering fake profiles. So you may come across a bunch of fake social media profiles or you believe to be fake with their email addresses associated on the accounts. You can run those emails through Mailbox Validator. The tool could reveal that most of these emails are from disposable email services, which is a common tactic used to create temporary untraceable accounts. Now I'd like to run through one final case study for checking if an email is fake or a real business opportunity. A while ago, I received a suspicious email about some manufacturing business opportunity, completely unrelated to my industry or field of research. I immediately thought it was a scam, and so to test this hunch, I ran the email in question through the validator tool to inspect it more carefully. Um, Now let's do this test, and I'll show you how uh, to screen for emails. So that's the email in question, Michael at metal-supermarkets.com. You just click the validate button, and lo and behold, you see that it is a valid email. So the domain exists, the server status, syntax is good, it's verified. You even have more information you can see about the email address at the bottom, such as the domain, metal-markets.com. It's not using a free email service. The syntax is good. The domain's good. SMTP, it's verified, and a host of other information, including the Mailbox Validator score is very high. So you can trust that this person email is legitimate, and they're probably reaching out to me for a serious business inquiry. But I'm still not interested. So anytime you want to check an email for legitimacy, or you're just unsure about it, run it through the tool, test it, see what kind of output you get, and then take it from there. So as an OSINT investigator, email validation is just the beginning. Once we confirm an email is valid, it can lead to further avenues of investigation, such as domain analysis. Investigating the domain of an email can provide insights into the individual or organization behind it. Social media footprints. A valid email often links to social media profiles, which can be gold mines of information. Network connections. In fraud or cyber cases, tracing associated emails can reveal networks of perpetrators. In conclusion, in the realm of OSINT, tools like Mailbox Validator are not just conveniences, they are necessities. They enable us to sift the genuine from the counterfeit, bringing us closer to the truth. As we continue to navigate the vast digital ocean, the role of such tools becomes increasingly vital in ensuring that our investigations are built on solid, verifiable ground. Until the next video, have a great weekend.